Yeah, hi, this is Glenn with Safeway Electric, and I'm with our customer Larry and Chris, and this is the customer where Chris replaced all the outlets and switches throughout Larry's house and installed GFI protection where required by the code. Chris also installed a 200 amp service panel. He replaced Larry's existing 100 amp service panel, and he also redid all the electrical to his swimming pool equipment. So Larry, let me start by asking you, how did you find Safeway Electric?
Well, actually, I looked in the yellow pages, and you had about 2 or 3 advertisements in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I normally do when I look for contractors, I go online and check the the California site and see that your license is all up to date and
Mm-hmm.
never any problems. And you seem to be the one that I wanted to go with.
Okay, cool. So you called Safeway Electric.
Yes.
And so what was your experience, before we start talking about Chris, what was the experience, the customer service from the time that you called in and had someone come out and meet with you?
Oh, very good. The receptionist at the company responded to my requests immediately, and you, Glenn, came out, and I don't know much about electricity. Whatever I know, it's very little, but
Mm-hmm.
that's why I leave it up to pros like you.
Mm-hmm.
And you showed me that I needed more work than I thought I did on my electrical outlets
Mm-hmm.
and my electric panel. And I have a swimming pool, and you went through the conduits,
Mm-hmm.
and you showed me that I needed some extra work on
Mm-hmm.
that too.
And did you appreciate that?
Yes, I did.
Okay, yes. That's one thing about Safeway Electric. When you call Safeway Electric and we come out to your homes, you might be concerned about one thing, but we kind of like see the big picture, and we like to always bring that to our customers' attention. That's how we do our practice, and allow you guys to make the decision with what you would like to do with what we're observing. So good, I'm glad you like that. So over to Chris now. Chris has been here working with you for about, I don't know, 10 days, 14 days now?
Closer. It's going on 3 weeks. It's about 3 weeks today.
Wow. Okay, so what has that experience?
I've come to know him. He's kind of like a brother now,
Yeah. It's been a pleasurable experience, I can see. So what do you think of Chris and his work ethics?
He's very skilled in what he does. He's very thorough. He double checks his work.
Mm-hmm.
And he's very open to questions. And when I ask him questions, he'll always answer me,
Mm-hmm.
in the appropriate manner.
Uh-huh.
And I just like, his work ethics.
Yeah, I see you made a few special requests when it came to not running pipe along the exterior walls, and you asked for things to be run inside the wall. What was Chris's reaction on something like that?
He thought about it, and he thought it was good.
Uh-huh.
He thought it was the best way to do it,
Uh-huh.
rather than putting everything along the wall, which probably wouldn't have looked good anyway to begin with.
Sure. And then I know you were very concerned about your deck out there, about us spilling paint or getting some stucco cement on it or something. Did you find that Safeway Electric fully protected your investment while performing their work?
Yes, they did. They were careful. Chris was careful in putting down plastic and paper
Mhm.
on the pool deck and around the patio area to avoid any problems.
Okay, well that's good. And did you actually get the opportunity to meet the building inspector?
No, I didn't.
No. How about you, Chris? Did you get the
Yeah, I got to meet him.
Why don't you go ahead and tell us all what the building inspector had to say?
He said everything looked really good, and
Uh-huh.
that he didn't have a problem with anything. And
Uh-huh. What type of inspector was he? Did you already have things open for him to inspect, or did he just stand back and say it looked good?
no, I had it open for him, and he checked it and
Uh-huh.
checked the wires, pulled on them, see if they were tight and everything.
Uh-huh.
Said it looked really good.
All right, well, real good. So anyway, Larry, I totally appreciate the opportunity of you allowing Safeway Electric in your home to take on this big task, and you've been a great customer, and in return I hope we've been everything plus what you expected.
And it was a big task, and I appreciate your help, and I'm very satisfied with the job that you did.
All right, well, thank you very, very much for this video testimonial.